Hello everyone, Felipe here again here with Dania. We're going to continue working from the top half guard, working with some passes, but I also want to add some attacks that you guys can try from the top half guard that are going to even make passing a little bit easier. Okay, every time that you pose a threat, you guys create this concern on your opponent, which makes the focus go in another way, so it's easier to get your goals. All right, nice to see everyone. Let's start moving the head sideways. Up and down. Circling the head, people. Both sides. On. The other arm. And hips. Okay, people. Drop it on the floor. And bridging. 10 times inside. Hip skating, everyone. 10 times inside. I'm gonna go to the turtle position and just back step. Also 10 times inside. Hips a bit above the floor, don't sit. Again, on our hands and toes, I'm gonna push my leg through, step on the floor, rotate over the foot that I have on the floor, and do the same to the other side. Don't need to be fast, everyone. 10 times inside, back, forth, just to loosen up the hips a little bit. And last but not least, rolling over the shoulder. I'm gonna bring both legs over the shoulder, land on my knees. Shoulder goes back, I move forward. I can land on my hips and forward again. Let's make sure everyone, you control your hips. You control, you don't roll over the head. 5 times inside, everyone, back and forth. And we're gonna start with the point moves. All right, people, we're just gonna continue with the drill that we've been doing. Basically, you guys can work with any sweep you want, with any pass you want. Just make sure that you combine both. As a sweep, you're already passing. Okay, guys? So, for example, Dania is getting her control. She's sweeping me here. As she sweeps, she's already connecting a pass, going straight to the side control. She's gonna let me get to the half guard as well. In here, I'm going to, for example, go to a deep half, sweep here with a single leg. I'm already connecting with the over-under and passing. People, you can do any sweep that you want, any pass that you want. Just make sure that you go straight from a sweep, already setting the pass that you want, so you don't give your opponent the opportunity of playing the guard. Okay, we've been doing this for the past classes. All right, we're going to do that for 4 minutes. No need to be fast, just sweep and pass. You guys can choose the positions you like, just so we can keep fresh, okay? Let's see another one, everyone. Okay, people, so we're just gonna repeat those 2 options when I back step, okay? First option, we're gonna use the guard passing. Second option, we're gonna use the back take, just so we can get used to the position. So Dania's already starting here with her underhook in place, couldn't break because she's keeping her underhook super strong. And very important, people, as I back step, I grab the head at the same time. And as I back step, people, pay attention that your hip doesn't touch the floor, so you can keep the pressure here on the shoulder. I'm gonna push the top leg, I'm gonna free my knee, keeping her knee pointing down. I'm just gonna hop over, squeezing my knees together so I can have her shoulders controlled. I'm gonna be pushing here on her arm. I'm gonna throw the leg over, dropping my hip next to her body. And from here, even if she's holding my foot, I'm just gonna kick her foot away, and now I'm gonna be on the side control. For the sake of the exercise, I'm gonna let Daniel get the half guard again with the underhook in place. And we're going to do the same, but this time going for the back take. So I'm gonna grab the head, back step, push the top leg until I free my knee. From here, now people, my calf already behind her knee, I'm just gonna bring my shoulder next to the hip. I'm gonna roll over. And here people, very important, keeping my shin behind her knee. I can either push forward or use the other foot. To push forward, I'm gonna take use the seat belt to take the back, put the second hook, and I'm gonna have my control. Okay? From here, again, just for the sake of the exercise, I'm gonna let them escape. As I come up, she's already placing the half guard, and we're gonna be doing the same thing. Okay, everyone? First time, I back step, free the knee, hop over, keep the position, push her leg away, my leg over, I go to the side control, and I'm gonna let her free herself, putting herself back into the half guard, and we're just going to move again back to take, to do the back step. But this time, I push the knee, my knee in front of her belly. I'm gonna roll behind her hip, pushing her hip, getting the seat belt, second hook inside, and I'm gonna already have the back control, already setting my submission. And we're just gonna be switching positions with each other like this. First, you guys go for the side control, okay, for the guard pass. Then you guys do the same motion with the back step, but this time switching to the back take. You guys can choose to do one or the other, or as I would suggest, to do both. No need to be fast, okay everyone? Just so you guys can understand the steps. And as you guys are comfortable with both positions, you guys can start speeding up, connecting the steps a little bit faster so you get more comfortable with it, okay? 3 minutes, one of you on top, then you guys switch, whoever's on the bottom, get on top. And now we're gonna start working with today's position. Let's see people. Okay everyone, so we're gonna continue battling the underhook, this time without backstepping. Some people don't feel comfortable with. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna use the position that my opponent is giving me to get a submission, okay? I chose to do this no-gi because since there's less friction, it is easier to get the arm through and get to this position, but this works just as well in the gi, okay guys? So you can try this in the same way. So what is the scenario here? So again, I'm gonna have Dania here with the underhook, and I'm using the weaver here so she doesn't take my back. And what I want to do is to make this underhook look weaker, okay? Because as long as Dania's elbow is pointing up, pushing my arm through is not gonna be an option, okay? So what I'm going to do here, first of all, to prevent Dania from coming up, I'm gonna bring this leg that I have free, I'm gonna bring it up, okay? And as soon as I have this position, it makes it a lot harder for Dania to come up. I start putting a lot of pressure on her shoulder. So what I'm going to do is, now that I have the space, I'm going to start using my hand to find some space here close to her head. I'm going to push her head away from me. And as I start pushing her head, I'm gonna also push down with my shoulder over her elbow. Now the scenario that I have is that Dania's elbow is pointing towards my butt, no longer to the ceiling, and her underhook becomes way weaker, okay? From here, I can simply remove it and start passing like we saw before, or I can take advantage of this position and start connecting with a darce, okay? So what I'm going to do, this arm that I have here under her armpit, I'm gonna push all the way through until I can bring her arm in front of my chest. And pay attention here, everyone. Very important that we see this detail. I'm not just bringing my arm through, I'm using my shoulder. you guys can see, if I extend my arm, it goes here up to my hip line. As I turn my shoulder forward, it goes a lot further, and I can reach her, the back of her neck. So again, I'm here with Danya, all right? She has the underhook, she's really aggressive here. So I'm gonna step up so I can start putting pressure on her knee. I'm gonna push her head away and bring my weight over the elbow so I can weaken her underhook, okay? I'm gonna push forward with my shoulder. I'm gonna bring my arm through until her arm is out. As soon as her arm is in front of my chest, I'm gonna grab the back of the head. And why am I keeping this elbow in front of my chest? So Danya doesn't regain the underhook. Because if I stay like this and Danya gets the underhook back, we're back into the ferris position, which I don't want. All right? So it's here, push the head, push the arm through. Her arm is already here in front of the chest. Now I'm okay to get this position. I'm already controlling Danya's back of the head, my chest really connected to her chest so she doesn't get space. And now I'm gonna start going for the choke. This arm that I have free, I'm gonna bring behind her head, and I'm gonna use my elbow to push her head inside so I can grab my tricep. Try to go as deep as possible here, people. If you can only grab the bicep, okay. If you can go further and grab the tricep, even better. From here, everyone, I'm just going to bring my hip down, squeeze my elbows together, and I get the choke. I'm gonna make this a little bit looser so that it can breathe. Sometimes I'm gonna be trying to choke here, and then it's gonna be defending. She's gonna be trying to bring her arm out and stuff. So I can use the fact that I'm already attacking. You guys can see. Lucas, turn around, please. As I'm attacking here, Danya's commitment to the half guard is a lot weaker. Okay, so from here I can just sprawl, free my leg, and pass. I can connect, I can keep working here with the choke if I want. I even have more space, hips down, and I squeeze. If not, I can simply, I already passed the guard, I'm already in a good position. If I want to let go, I can simply go for the side control and work from here. Okay? Sorry. One more time. So Danya has the underhook, okay? First of all, I wanna make sure that she doesn't go to the back, so weave her in place. I'm gonna bring my leg up so I can push her down. She can no longer come up. And here, people, just pushing the head away, shoulder over the elbow. I'm gonna push my arm through, shoulder forward, until her elbow is in front of my chest, grab the back of the head, and bring my elbow behind her head. I don't want to grab my bicep, people. I want to use my elbow to push her head inside so that I can reach my tricep here as further as possible. Got to this position, I'm going to drop my hip, squeeze the elbow, and I have the choke. If my opponent is resisting, I'm going to keep the choke, I'm going to free my leg, improve my angle, and keep the choke. If the choke doesn't work, but I already passed the guard, it's already a good deal for me. I'm already on side control, and I can keep attacking with something else. Okay? So people, you don't need to be fast for this one. Just make sure you don't lose the pressure. And make sure, guys, to respect the steps. Make sure that when you push your arm through, that your opponent's underhook is completely off. If not, you guys are gonna struggle to get the choke that you need. Okay, it's just gonna be annoying for your opponent on the bottom, but they can resist that. Okay, so switching with each other, you guys can try as much as you want, and we're gonna start training a little bit. Let's go, people. Okay, so specific training here. Danya's on the bottom, I'm on top. We're gonna start setting our control. Danya's already setting her position here. I already want to start working towards the pass, and is working towards the sweep. Okay, if I get the pass, good for me. We start over, switching side now, Danya, and we just keep working. Okay, from here, Danya's setting her grips and stuff. if she gets a sweep or a submission, also starting. All right, 3 minutes one of you on top, and then you guys switch, whoever's on top, whoever's on top get on the bottom. I'm gonna answer a question by the end of the video, so stick around. Have a good day, everyone. Hope you guys are having a okay time. Everyone is healthy, and really hope to see you guys soon. Add as many training as you want afterwards. Just please be safe. See you guys tomorrow. Okay, people. So the last live I did, Maria was asking me how she can safely pull guard in the no-gi. Okay, so a lot of people struggle with this, and what you see most of the times is people sitting, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. The thing is, what you see most of the time, we start fighting, we're here, people sit and they start playing guard like this. That's not bad at all, but the problem with this is that in reality, when we're here, we're kind of in a 50-50 situation. None of us has grips, and I didn't set any guard, so I'm basically playing like this, which makes me a little bit vulnerable. So one option that I like to use when I want to pull guard in the no-gi and have close guard is engage my opponent. Okay, if we're playing gi, it's easier to get the grips. You can even jump guard, everything's fine. In the no-gi, what I like to do as we start the fight is I like to get this grip here behind my opponent's head. Okay, so already grab behind my opponent's head, pulling down. Normally what happens, my opponent does the same, and we have this scenario right here in which I'm trying to control her arm, she's controlling my arm, and we're here. So what I want to do, I want to Dania push towards me. And how do I get to do that? By pushing towards her. Normally, if I create a force, Dania works against this force that I'm opposed. So I start the fight, I get the grip, I'm pushing Dania back, Dania pushes back, and here, as I feel her pressure towards me, I'm just going to sit, bring her towards me, and close the guard. Okay? So just using her motion to bring her towards the close guard. Okay, of course, guys, there's other ways that you can do this. For example, there are some people who already setting some guards here and going to the single leg X. That's also an option that you guys can try. But what is important is that when we, for anything, that we already put ourselves in a position that we like to work. Okay, so just some options that you guys can try. Hope I solved your doubt, Maria. We see each other soon. Bye-bye.